Here's the thing. Even when he was a 205 pounder, right, and he had a tendency to
gas out,
and get, be chinny to a degree, but he was always super technical, highly skilled. Like I don't think you could Overeem. Him and his brother both are actually very good fighters.
Yeah,
and their struggles have never been a physical one for the most part. I think they've had, and that's a difficulty that is most common amongst fighters, is the mental game of it.
Well, we saw that with Ngannou this week.
Yeah, I didn't see the fight, but I heard it was one for the ages.
It was one for the ages.
Yeah. Someone needed to let some lions loose in that thing and just like, okay, let's crank this up a bit.
It was the worst heavyweight fight I've ever seen. It was the worst.
Have you seen any of mine before?
I'm a big fan. It came down to it was the second lowest output fight ever.
So they couldn't even make it the lowest output fight to be number one.
They didn't even get to number one. Number one was
they failed at failing.
Jens Pulver versus Joe Hoke from like fucking UFC 13 or some shit. I don't even know what day that fight was. But that fight was number one with 23 or 22 strikes landed in 3 rounds. And this fight was number 2 with 23 strikes landed.
That's weird.
Dude, it was insane. And then Francis, go to Francis Ngannou's Instagram. He released a statement today, and his statement was essentially that he was he carried the fear. He said, "I'm not proud of my last performance. I have fight to this one. I completely understand the frustration and anger that has caused my fans, coaches, teammates, and family and friends."
Weird that he would have fear from the last fight.
And we got fucking owned.
Well, yeah, but he got out-wrestled.
But he didn't know. He thought he was the man, and then he got owned. And then he's let
fighting
everyone down again. All I can do now is prove myself and make you proud again. But look at this picture that he puts up.
Yeah, him swinging on
him. Him connecting.
The one punch.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of funny. It should have been him with his head down. Francis, in the future, if you're gonna post a humble shot, look humble. This is like I'm owning him.
I can't say that he doesn't legitimately. Maybe he is carrying some kind of fear from the last fight in terms of losing the result, or there's a lot of mind fuck that can go into being a fighter. But I would think that
you've bounced back. You've been on both sides, and. The first fight back after a KO loss or after getting dominated, what is that feeling like?
That's a good, yeah. I don't know. I've been at this shit for so long that for me, it's just like, all right, that was then, this is now. Don't make the same mistakes.
Yeah, you've experienced everything. You've been submitted. You've been knocked out. You've knocked guys out. You submitted guys. You've won the title. You've beaten some of the best guys in the world. You've had fantastic performances. You'd have performances that frustrated you. You've experienced it all.
Yeah.
In your long career, from being the youngest ever heavyweight champion of the world ever to, how old are you now?
40.
40. Dude, you've fucking seen it all. You've literally seen it all.